Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight.
Sands calls the recent rallies held by the PLP pathetic. That story is coming up tonight, straight ahead.
Randall McCartney pushing to take back his Bamboo Town seat. Just how much did Carnival bands lose during the date change debacle? And a few changes to this year's festival.
Our news is brought to you by Alive, the nation's newest and best LTE network.
Good to be alive.
Welcome to our news and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Topping news tonight, after Holy Week, the major political parties will begin holding their mass rallies throughout New Providence. While Free National Movement candidate for Elizabeth, Dr. Dwayne Sands, is calling out the Progressive Liberal Party, saying it appears the party's main rally message targets the FNM's leader. Giorgio Bain reports.
Sands says the PLP has no real platform other than to criticize the Free National Movement and to compare the speaking abilities of the PLP leader Perry Christie to FNM leader Dr. Hubert Minnis. He urged the governing party to do better.
But the fact that you could have a politician with 40 years of experience whose premise for re-election after the most ineffective, incompetent, corrupt term in government is that I'm better, I can speak better than Hubert Minnis. Child, please.
According to Sands, he has taken notice that the recent PLP rallies have not included any future plans for the Bahamas, but rather consist of jairs at the FNM.
He has said that the Bahamian people will forgive the PLP for crime and unemployment. Now, how nonsensical is that concept when you campaigned in 2012? You made a commitment to the Bahamian people that you and your team had a solution for crime and that you were going to create real opportunities and jobs for Bahamians.
Now, while Minnis has been criticized for sticking to prepared statements and avoiding the media, the comparison of both leaders will not last long, according to Sands, who said the Bahamas will eventually see the PLP leaders for who they truly are.
Why don't you put up some posters that say that under the PLP you've had 600 murders? So if you're going to say that the Bahamian people are going to be forgiving of your incompetence, I think that we have to be really, really concerned about the connection to reality. What we're going to see is old school, pork barrel, gutter politics, character assassination, accusations that won't be substantiated, people's personal history, emails, telephone records, texts, pictures, whatever. You're going to hear about girlfriends, boyfriends, all kinds of stuff. But the things that matter to the Bahamian people, you will hear that from the Free National Movement. You're not going to hear it from the PLP.
Reporting for our news, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Well, Democratic National Alliance leader Randall McCartney says he's working hard to take back the seat he once held in Parliament. McCartney lost Bamboo Town in 2012 to then PLP candidate Renwood Wells. Wells has since left the PLP and is seeking re-election in that constituency on the FNM ticket. McCartney says he will allow constituents to compare his 5 years of representation to the 5 years provided by Wells.
I'm in Bamboo Town. I feel very good about Bamboo Town. Of course, it was a constituency I represented for 5 years. Unfortunately, I lost in 2012. And this time I'm going on my record of my representation from 2007, 2012, and have them compare my representation to the representation they've received over the last 5 years.
McCartney says what made him different than any other candidate was that he stuck with the people of Bamboo Town even when he was not their representative in Parliament.
In the constituencies, it's about representation, it's about representing the constituents. And I stand by my record in Bamboo Town on what I did, and that's what I'm campaigning on going into this next election.
In other news, Carnival mass bands have lost thousands of dollars because of that major Junkanoo Carnival turnaround last week, according to Band Owners Association President Dario Torelli. You would recall the National Festival Commission's recent postponement of Carnival because of the general election, only to revert to the original dates 2 days later. Torelli said within those 2 days, people canceled travel plans and orders, costing Carnival groups big bucks and their reputation.
We have lost those persons who would have stand on the sideline and watch the parade and who would have come in the Bahamas and indulge in the Bahamian experience. And so that's a number that we are trying to ascertain also. So as we speak to our revelers that we have lost, we're trying to get the numbers on how many persons would have tagged along.
We had about, so far, 35 and counting that has already changed their minds to go elsewhere. We was hoping that they could hold off until we had a final decision, but they made their changes the same day.
Government received major backlash from the international Carnival community for the date flub. The Festival Commission has since moved on to local promotion for Carnival with billboards and heavy media play. But Torelli said he's not sure the government has gotten a full grasp of the damage already done.
I don't think they fully understand it. I think they felt the pressure from the international market, including the local. Think about this. We make the bulk of our profit on the day of road march. So you spend all of this money year round trying to get t-shirts in the market, trying to throw events to build up a brand, making international contacts, doing some international marketing that we, as business we do it ourselves. Nobody funds that other than us. And so you're working 12 months. Buying all these supplies months in advance, and then your date changed, and then you lost some international revelers.
National Festival Commission CEO Roscoe Dames told our news this week that the good thing is people all around the world now know about Bahamas Carnival. Torelli said that is something he can't agree with.
So there's a positive in that, and we have to take that, and can't blame Roscoe for that. But Roscoe don't make costumes. Roscoe don't buy supplies ahead of time. Roscoe don't get T-shirts for sale. Roscoe don't spend money year round to try to get persons to follow your group. They don't spend money on web page design and flyers. You know how many thousands and thousands of dollars we spent leading up to Road March? It's hundreds and thousands of dollars collectively. You're talking about buying supplies 4 or 5 months in advance from all over the region.
When our news returns, why the Prime Minister says families should not let politics divide them. Stay with us.